All right, I want to take a second because I want to talk about one specific coach in college football, which I have no clue how he still has a job. If you don't know who this is behind me, this is Alex Grinch. Alex Grinch is the defensive coordinator for USC and has been coaching with Lincoln Riley since 2019 when they were at Oklahoma together. Now, if you know anything about Lincoln Riley's defenses, they have been absolutely terrible over the last few years. So I wanted to come on here and show you just how bad Alex Grinch's defense have been. So if you look at this chart up there behind me, you'll see that this starts in 2017 when he was the defensive coordinator at Washington State under Mike Leach. His last season there, he had a pretty good defense. You know, scoring defense was 58th, total defense was 16th, pass defense was 9th, rush defense 47th. You know, really solid defense, especially for Mike Leach, who hadn't been known to have good defenses. So he takes a job with Ohio State. He was an Ohio guy, went back there, was the co-defensive coordinator Greg Schiano, and he was fine. You know, nothing to write home about. You know, it was 51st scoring defense, pass defense was pretty bad, rush defense was okay. Kind of gets kicked out after that, so he goes and coaches with Lincoln Riley, and just absolutely terrible. Pretty sure 129th pass defense was worse than the country at that point because there was only 129 teams. Rush defense was serviceable, but teams were just throwing it all over again. Next year, you know, you see them make improvements, 29th total defense, 9th rush defense. You know, you think you're making strides there. Just for the next year to go and be absolutely terrible once again. 111th pass defense. For whatever reason, Lincoln Riley brings him to USC. Once again, another terrible defense for USC. Lincoln Riley, once again, if he had a decent defense, he would have been in the college football playoff last year. But they couldn't stop anybody. 80th in rush defense and 112th in pass defense. 93rd in scoring defense. No wonder Caleb Williams won the Heisman. He had to score 50 points every game just for his team to win. This year's not getting any better. Just because those stats up there say 47th in scoring defense, 73rd in total defense, they've played 4 teams that have a combined win total with 3. None of those 4 teams are going to a bowl game this year. Nevada is 0-4. Stanford's 1-3. Arizona State's 1-3. And San Jose State is also 1-3. How are you allowing defenses, or how are you allowing offenses to just run all over you and pass all over you? These teams aren't even good, and they're just moving the ball at will. These numbers are going to get worse as the season goes because they have a team like Colorado. They still have to play like Oregon. They still have UCLA. They're going to be in the 100 plus in pass defense and rush defense, it feels like. It doesn't seem like that any of the work in the portal has paid off for them. And I've got to wonder, like, what kind of blackmail does Alex Grinch have on Lincoln Riley at this point? To keep him around for this long and to never really see substantial improvements. You saw 1 year where it was positive, and other than that, you've just been terrible. So what is Lincoln Riley doing? Like, what do you owe it to this guy? Because he's gonna cost you games. We've seen it happen. It's going to continue to happen again. Colorado might not win this game this weekend, but Colorado's going to score some points because Alex Grinch cannot control a defense. It's just not going to happen. You know, I'd love to hear your thoughts on Alex Grinch. Make sure, if you like college football content, hit that follow button. Make sure to visit thewalkonredshirts.com for all the college football content.